Good afternoon. In this video, I'd like to briefly discuss a word that James White likes to throw around to scare people who want to believe their Bible, the word emendation. I'm going to read here from the Student's Dictionary for Biblical and Theological Studies. A correction, emendation is a correction made in a text to improve the reading of a difficult word or passage and may or may not have the support of textual variants. When James White likes to throw this around since Revelation 16:5, he's trying to insinuate that the passage must be wrong because there's a textual support. If you open your King James Bible and look at 1 John 2:23, you'll see something very interesting there. You'll see in the King James translation 10 words in italics, but he that now knowledge of the Son had the Father also. Those words in italics didn't have any manuscript support. The Geneva didn't have them. Tyndale didn't have it. There was readings in the Bishop's Bible and the Kramer edition that had it. But the King James translators put those words in, believing those words should be there. When later manuscripts were found that supported those 10 words, later manuscripts were found that supported all 10 words. That's why you never hear the modern version people attacking those words in italics, because their manuscripts supported these readings, those 10 words that showed up. Now, the King James translators guessed how to make a educated guess on putting those 10 words in, and they got all 10 right. And so just because it's emendation, it doesn't mean it's wrong. And I've done a video on Revelation 16:5, and so I'm going to discuss that here. But the issue with what James White wants you to ignore is the fact that God was actually involved in these translations. He wants to make this seem like it's just a humanistic endeavor that it's all scholarly aspects. When the King James translators were making their translation, they didn't consult the Greek and Hebrew. They consulted many translations. He says in the translated to reader, neither do we think much to consult the translators or commentators, which means in other words, they just said they had no hesitation in doing so. Chaldee, Hebrew, Syrian, Greek, or Latin, no, nor the Spanish, French, Italian, or Dutch. Neither did we disdain to revise that which we had done, and to bring back to the anvil that which we had hammered but haven't, and using as a great help as were needful, and fearing no reproach for slowness, they took their time to get it right. And that's modern versions don't do that. Their thing is to get out more junk as quickly as possible. And James White is a part of that. He's part of that process. Nor coveting praise for expedition, we have at length, through the good hand of the Lord upon us. They believe God was involved in their translation, unlike the modern translations, which are just about money. They knew that this was a spiritual endeavor, brought the work to that path that you see. So anybody tell you that King James translators didn't believe that God wasn't involved in their translation, they certainly did. And that's why when you see these attacks by individuals who want to raise doubt about what about this, what about that, and you don't have manuscript support for this, it doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means the manuscripts haven't been found yet. But the fact is, not one word in the King James Bible has ever been proven wrong. And that's the issue, and that's what drives these people crazy. And that's why you have these people on YouTube who do nothing but attack the King James Bible and then make it like the King James onlyists are the fanatics. When in fact what we're doing is defending the certainty of God's truth. And you open a Bible, open the King James Bible, you know you have God's words. And the fact is that all the words are there. You don't have to go to 15 other different translations. You don't know how to know the Greek or the Hebrew. What you need to know is how to read English. And the best way to learn to read English is reading the King James Bible. So this is a short video just to inform you that when you hear the word emendation, that somehow it was a guess on the part of the translator. Don't be over concerned by that. King James translators had to make educated guess Yes, it's based on the information they had before them. They made the correct choice, and those choices will stand up, and they always have, they always will. And so when people bring these issues up, they're only trying to do one thing, to shake your confidence. And it's don't be shaken. The translators knew that they had God was with them, and their work proved that. Amen. Thank you.